Okay, the console login is possible. Other people will continue for a moment. So this is the Amazon AWS management console, where there are various Amazon services listed in this pane. Okay, there are numerous services available, and if you want to view those services, you actually use this place to understand what all services. Many of the names you must have heard first time. Even I don't know the all uh, loads of services that are available over here. But few of the services like this EC2, which provides you a elastic cloud, which means it provides you a virtual machine with certain capabilities. That is one of the one of the service that you can use. You have different storage services, different containers. Talked about containers today, and there are various developer tools. These developer tools, many of them we are going to use in our syllabus as part of the lab. So Cloud9, you remember we had this in our syllabus: code pipeline, code deploy, code build. Okay, all those things were there. So we'll today see how to create the ID. So what I did after logging into the management console, AWS management console, I went to the services. In that, under developer tools, I selected the Cloud9 service. There is other way of reaching this. You can directly search over here from the set of services about CLOUD 9, and as you type, it will prompt you all services. So this is the Cloud9 service. You should select that service. Once I get to this, once I select a service from the console, I go and reach the service endpoint. So this is the service endpoint. So console.aws.amazon.com/cloud9, and this is my home. Okay. You will find something written over here which reads like region US East 1. So Amazon Web Service hosts their resources and services at various locations over the world, and one of such locations is US East Coast or US East Coast Data Center 1, and those locations you can find out here. So these are various locations, and you generally pick a location which is closer to your uh, audience of that particular web service. जो आपका वेब सर्विस का ऑडियंस है, जो आपका कस्टमर्स है, उनके नियरेस्ट लोकेशन you select as the location. Okay, I have selected this region because this Cloud9 service का default जो location है वो ये है, इसलिए location ये set किया हुआ है. If you see here, this interface is very clean interface. You will find that I have one particular cloud ID already set up. Okay, I can use this button to open a new cloud ID and start working with it. But currently this ID has been set up only for to be used by the root account holder, which is me, and that is exactly what they are saying over here. AWS root account detected. So I have logged in as a root account holder of Amazon Web Service, and I should actually create multiple sub accounts. And this particular service, which is a AWS Cloud9 service, which is a cloud-based integrated development environment, this should be generally used by multiple programmers together, and those should not be your root users. So whenever you are creating a service on a cloud system like Amazon Web Service, they have two levels of logins. One is the root user account, which is the administrator of all the services. Okay, and then there are other users. He can create or he can assign roles to different other users, which will have limited privileges. So some users will only have privileges to create IDs. Some users will have privileges only to use IDs, etc., etc. So that is what they require you to do. Create a organization-based collection of IDs, collection of different IDs with different level of privileges. Okay, now currently in today's setup, we'll just assume that we are a single person who wants to use his browser, okay, to use the ID which is hosted on a cloud. Okay, ये scenario हम लोग assume करके we try to create a new environment for AWS cloud. First of all, I should delete the existing environment. To delete existing environment, I'll just select this and click on delete. Then they will ask me whether you actually want to delete, because when I delete this environment, all the things that I had created in background in response to creation of this environment, they will get deleted. क्योंकि जब मैं एक IDE रन करता हूँ ऑनलाइन, तो उसके बैकग्राउंड में क्या क्या हो सकता है, what you can imagine. You can imagine that there is a background virtual host running. Okay, that host has installation of all the software that you require to run on the IDE. क्योंकि IDE किस लिए यूज होगा, कोई सॉफ्टवेयर रेडी करने के लिए, तो वो सॉफ्टवेयर को जो जो API चाहिए, जो जो एप्लीकेशंस चाहिए, जो जो सॉफ्टवेयर चाहिए, वो एग्जीक्यूट होंगे, वो रन होंगे background में on that particular host. Okay, so when I am deleting this particular IDE, that host is also getting eliminated. Okay, this is possible because I'm not having the physical host, I'm having everything in a cloud as a virtual instance, which is called as EC2 instance. Okay, so that is why it is possible. It will delete in subsequent time. It will require some time for it to delete. So it shows over here at the top, I'm deleting Cloud9 environment. Okay, fine. So now there is this how-to guide which tells you how you can create Cloud9 IDE, what are the various configurations that are available, and how to use it. So before next week's practical, I will want you to go through this IDE and try and read it at least. If you can't understand the entire thing, at least you should read it, so that you will have certain doubts in your mind, why I did something, why I did not do the other thing, etc. Okay, so once you get to the Cloud9 service from the Amazon console, this is where you will land. Okay, if you had IDs, different IDs already in your account, those will be listed over here. Now if I click on create environment, okay, I will be given particular walkthrough of steps. Okay, first step is I should name the environment. I should give it some name. So this is my trial environment. So trial IDE, I'm calling it as trial IDE. Okay, I should describe this. This is a demonstration. So this should describe what this IDE is going to be used. ये description कहाँ use हो, कहाँ आपको काम आएगा, वो जो कार्ड दिखा आपको when you come to this service. Okay, you will understand कि ये कौन सा वाला environment है. That is for just management purpose. Sample IDE demo. Okay, you can have up to 200 characters. Once I do this, now I need to select what sort of environment I want to work in. There are different choices. So first choice is create new EC2 instance for the environment, direct access. So EC2, what is EC2? EC2, I told you, is Elastic Cloud, Elastic Computing. C is cloud, I guess. So EC2. So EC2 means it is actually square. So ECC, the acronym is Elastic. E stands for Elastic Cloud Compute. C is compute, and I guess C is cloud. I don't remember exactly, but it is nothing but it gives you an ability to create a virtual machine that has a certain capability. Okay, so EC2 instance background में create करना है या नहीं, ये option है. This option means I want to have an EC2 instance for this environment. So ये environment एक background में EC2 instance के ऊपर run होगा, so that whatever changes I am doing on that particular inside that particular IDE, whatever code I am typing, that will be automatically transferred to that EC2 instance and saved over there, so that when I revisit this IDE, I can use it. Okay. The second thing is create a new no ingress EC2 instance for the environment. Now, what it means no ingress EC2 instance is that Once I have this EC2 instance, no other kind of traffic can go inside the EC2. So I can't use that EC2 for any other kind of way to access it. So ये जो पहला वाला environment choice है, ये मुझे ऑप्शन देगा कि मैं EC2 इंस्टेंट बैकग्राउंड में क्रिएट करूं, एंड EC2 इंस्टेंट इज आल्सो एक्सेसिबल वाया डिफरेंट मीडिया और वाया डिफरेंट मीन्स. तो अलग तरीके से भी मैं उसको एक्सेस कर सकता हूँ. As far as the second option is concerned, it does not let that particular EC2 instance accessed by any other traffic or any other means. Third option that I have is create and run a remote server. Create and run in a remote server. So if I want to access the IDE in a SSH manner, then I should choose the third option. Currently, I'll be choosing for today's demonstration first option only. So I want to access it directly on my browser. And I should have an EC2 instance in the region. So यहाँ पे जैसे लिखा है, I will have this in the region that your environment can access directly via SSH. Okay. Next thing is, I will be creating an instance type T2 micro, 1 GB RAM plus one virtual CPU. So it will the instance will have 1 GB of RAM, pretty much meager, and one virtual CPU. Okay, but this particular instance type is actually eligible for free tier. So please understand that when you're practicing anything over Amazon Web Service, they have a billing policy of pay as you use. So जो भी आप क्रिएट करते हो वो जितना आप यूज करोगे उतना आपको उसका पैसा देना पड़ता है. And those credits that I was talking about earlier, they are only for students, so that you can trial different products and you can actually test different things. Okay, so T2 micro comes under free tier. Free tier means for use of this particular product, you won't require to give any money as such. It is part of certain free credits that are assigned to you. So you always need to choose a service that comes under free tier. Okay, so I'm selecting that. Others are much more capable. You can read that it has 2 GB RAM and 2 virtual CPUs, 8 GB RAM and 2 virtual CPUs. So suppose I'm using this particular IDE for development of a Android application or a web application, wherein the IDE that I'm going to use or the tools that I'm going to use, they require certain amount of RAM and they require certain amount of compute capabilities, and I should be selecting the requisite option here. Okay, but as far as demonstration is concerned, as far as the student access is concerned, we should always select as much as possible things in free tier. Okay, so we'll be selecting that. What kind of operating system platform I want. So currently Cloud9 IDE can run on one of the three options that are shown over here. One is Amazon Linux 2. This is a Linux variant released by Amazon. It will have all requisite components that Amazon wants that Linux installation to have. Okay, then there is an Amazon Linux AMI, okay, which is, I guess, which has a lot of extra stuff which otherwise is not needed by a normal programmer. And last thing is Ubuntu Server 18.04 LTS. So this is the Ubuntu server configuration. Any Ubuntu server, when you install, whatever configuration it will have as a base configuration, that will be available with this installation. Okay, we'll go for currently Amazon Linux 2 because it will be lightweight for the instance that we have chosen. Already it has only 1 GB RAM. The instance has a very small RAM and there's only one virtual CPU. So if I choose Ubuntu Server 18.04, it might not be a valid choice. Okay, because it may run through, क्योंकि वो खुद को ही रन करने के लिए उसको ज़्यादा मेमोरी लगेगा. तो अपना चॉइस के हिसाब से we have to select Amazon Linux 2 only because it will be lightweight. Now, this important thing is कि आपका जो IDE है वो कितने देर बाद, कितने देर के inactivity के बाद क्लोज होना चाहिए ऑटोमेटिकली. एज आई टोल्ड यू, सिंस इट्स अ वेब सर्विस, आप जब उसको यूज करोगे वो IDE को, जितना आप उसको यूज करोगे उतना आपको बिल होगा. That amount of billing will be cut from your balance, if it is credit or whether it is actually going to be demanded to you. Okay, तो 30 minutes के inactivity के बाद automatically ID close होगा. ये by default setting रहता है, but if you are in a developer team, you might and you have a lot of money with you, you can select any other options as well. Okay, you might ask never as well. क्योंकि अगर आपके पास उतना capability here to pay, there's no problem. So we'll be selecting the default one. That is, after 30 minutes, the ID operation, if you do not access the ID, it will automatically be shut down. Shut down क्या होगा? EC2 instance जो background में चल रहा है वो automatically shut down हो जाएगा. And as you start activity, वो फिर से spawn होगा, फिर से ready होगा और start होगा operations के लिए. Okay? So as such, ID का cost नहीं है. Cost is of that instance that is running in background. Okay? Now, this I guess is enough for us to start spawning our first ID. We'll be clicking on the next step. I'm not changing any other settings yet. Okay, so it says that we recommend the following best practices for using AWS Cloud9 environment: source code control and backup. So what is source code control? Source code control means you should use any software that does the versioning of your source code, like Git or any other software like Mercurial or CVS, which can maintain the versions of your software. And other thing that they say is you should be also able to take backups of whatever you are doing. So आपका जो source code है उसका backup लेना भी जरूरी है, क्योंकि Cloud9 जो है वो automatic backup खुद से नहीं लेता. So taking backup of your work, storing your source code into some sort of a version control system which maintains the source code versions and backups are maintained, that you need to take care of. तो आप क्या कर सकते हो यहाँ पे, अगर Cloud9 पे आप कुछ क्लाउड बेस्ड सोर्स कोड जनरेट कर रहे हो तो उसका बैकअप आप गिट सर्वर पे, जो आपका नेटिव गिट सर्वर हो सकता है फिजिकल एनवायरनमेंट में, या आप गिट हब पे उसको स्टोर कर सकते हो. दैट इज द ऑप्शन दैट यू हैव, बट वो फार फेच्ड है. फिलहाल हम लोग सिर्फ आईडी को शुरू करना और बंद करना सीख रहे हैं. परफॉर्म रेगुलर अपडेट्स ऑफ द सॉफ्टवेयर ऑन द एनवायरनमेंट. जो आपका EC2 इंस्टेंस है उस पे जो सॉफ्टवेयर है उसका अपडेट्स आपको खुद लेना है, वो Amazon आपके लिए नहीं करेगा. Third thing is turn on AWS Cloud Trail in your AWS account to track activity in your environment. Now, what is this service called as Cloud Trail is? Cloud Trail actually maintains log information of your instance, जो आपका EC2 instance है, as well as whatever you are doing on the cloud, whatever traffic you are generating on the cloud. क्योंकि क्लाउड को आप एक्सेस करोगे, ब्राउजर से एक्सेस करोगे या SSH एक्सेस करोगे, तो जो भी ट्रैफिक जनरेट हो रहा है उसको लॉग करने का काम, उसका लॉगिंग का काम क्लाउड ट्रेल करता है. तो अगर मैंने क्लाउड ट्रेल एनेबल रखा मेरे खुद के अकाउंट में, then I can understand what kind of communication traffic is coming to my service. तो ये जो Cloud9 सर्विस है और मेरा जो EC2 इंस्टेंस है उसको किस तरीके का रिक्वेस्ट एंड रिस्पॉन्स ट्रैफिक जनरेट हो रहा है, that I can visualize. So that is the Cloud Trail thing. It is not at the moment our concern. They only share your environment with the trusted user. This is very much important. You should be using sharing your environment with only the trusted users who should be able to access the environment. Now, to create the environment, I can click on create. It will take some time for this environment to spawn up. यहाँ पे उन्होंने summary दिखाया था, which I actually forgot to show you. जो हमने तैयार किया था उस चीज का summary था. So this is the integrated development environment over my browser. Okay, it will take some time for this to get settled, and once it gets settled, we'll just look at how this what all components this environment has, and that's it for today's session. जब वो खत्म हो जाएगा तब. Okay, so फिलहाल you can put your roll numbers in the chat window. Meanwhile, as it settles down, it will take maybe a minute or so. It depends on which Amazon region you are creating this integrated development environment in. And if you're using student tools, that is the AWS academic website, if you are using and doing these experiments, you should use I guess East Coast, US East Coast region only. Okay, that would save you a lot of headaches afterwards. कौन से headaches होते हैं मैं बाद में बताऊंगा, अभी नहीं बताने वाला. So this is the ID. It gives you a lot of information about ID. मैंने जो थोड़ा screen का size बढ़ा के इसलिए आपको नहीं दिख रहा. You can change the theme of the IDE. Okay, you can understand how to use this IDE by looking at how to create file, how to upload file, how to clone from GitHub, etc. But one thing you see over here is you see a command line. Okay, I can see I'm not sure it is visible, but you can see here the command line. Okay, here you can execute the Linux commands, usual Linux command, in order to since we are using Linux, you can just execute Linux command in order to understand what is there currently. Okay, so this is the Cloud9 README file. It says that this is the Cloud9 things. To get the documentation, visit here. So here the documentation is there. So I'll be opening it in the preview. It will be opening it in this my preview window. So this middle portion is my preview window. Okay, these are the welcome messages. Okay, these are the files that it is showing me currently that I own. There are no files yet in this particular IDE. Okay, these are various tabs which are kept open for me. Okay, this way I can close the tab. Okay, should we see any program today? No, I don't think so. We have time. Okay, but this is how I can create new files. This is how I can create new files. So suppose I'm writing, I don't know whether GC. So this is a Linux environment. So I'm just checking whether GCC is there. Yeah, GCC is installed, pre-installed. So I'll just write a very small C program for the day before we end this discussion. In this tutorial that we are going to perform for the practical, we'll be actually creating a small JavaScript application over the IDE and test it. But just for the sake of completeness, to make you understand that whatever you have got is a actual kind of a useful thing, I'm trying to give you this small code. That's all. It's not very, should just write in void main or int main, that doesn't matter. Okay, let it be. Write a very small code, only a printf statement, nothing more, nothing less. I just need to tell you that this works. That's all. Okay, I'm just writing it for the sake of understanding. So I want to save this. How do I save this? I just go right click or Control S. Okay, Control S works over here. So this is home EC2 user environment, and I have created this file as my file.c. I've created this file. I've saved it. You can also create the folder. So if I check now the ls, you will find that file is created on my instance. Okay, so this is the remote access given to my instance, and this is the visual access given to me. Okay, I can do a lot of things. I can install things, and I can do very much other activities as well. But today we are not going to talk about those activities. This symbol over here is source code control symbol. Control Shift G is the shortcut for it. So if I want to clone a repository from GitHub that I have, and I want to use it in my program, or I want to initialize a repository, I should use these buttons. Okay, this is the file view. Okay, I can see all the files. I can hide that. I can search. Okay, just like many things that you have about an IDE, they are available. There is a debugging tool on the right hand side. Currently we are not debugging anything, but next week we will find out one tutorial where we'll try to debug certain code. Okay, and if we are working in a team, there has to be some communication done between the team members, for which this chat window is available for you. Okay, so this is how I can share the environment to the others. So this environment can be shared through this particular link with any other person. Or if I have an user who is part of my company and I have created his account under my root user account, then I can invite him directly with his username. Okay, I don't have currently, but there are I can set up different users under my root user account, and I can call them or you ask them to join. Okay, they are also a facility for creation of new user through this IDE as well. Okay, somebody wants to say something? Okay, so this is general idea about how to create the ID. Today's objective was to understand how to create this ID. Next week we will see working of this ID and how we can develop some application over it. So I'll just show you how to run a compiler files that we had actually created. Not more than I'm not going to show anything other than that today. Okay, so this are executing it. Okay, it says that I should put a semicolon. Probably I forgot it. Nowadays everybody is practicing Python. You tend to forget putting the semicolon to C to code as well. Okay, yes, it is compiled and my output file is also ready. I can execute my output file. I get to see the output. Okay, that's all what I wanted to show today. Now I want to go back to my okay. ये मुझे करना अभी तक नहीं आया. I saw that how to do it in the so these are all settings for the IDE. Okay, code editor. I can actually choose what kind of code editor it should have. Okay, what sort of run configuration कैसा होगा, जावास्क्रिप्ट सपोर्ट मुझे चाहिए, कौन से तरीके का चाहिए, ऑल दोज थिंग्स आई कैन सेट अप ओवर हियर. मुझे पाइथन का सपोर्ट चाहिए तो मैं वो सिलेक्ट कर सकता हूँ. ऑल दोज थिंग्स वी कैन डू. ओके, we'll see about how to use this ID maybe in the next session. Okay, बट अभी यहाँ से रिटर्न कैसे जाना है इसको क्लोज करके. सो आई कैन क्लोज अ फाइल लाइक दिस, क्लोज दिस फाइल. Okay, if I want to go to Amazon, this is how I can change the theme. I can make it different from here. Okay, get help, security, intermediate, close pen, close all tabs. I want to go back to the, okay, so I don't know how to go back from here, to be honest. So I'll just click this. I'll go to console amazon.com cloud9. Okay, this is a crude way of reaching your place. So this is my ID that I had just created. So EC2 permission owner. So I'm currently owner of the ID, and this is the owner's earn. Okay, by clicking this, I can open another instance of the ID from some other machine or other place. Currently, this ID can be used only by the owner of this particular machine, this particular account. Okay, later on we'll see how we can make it useful for many other users. Okay, I'll be just closing this ID directly. Now, I just wanted to show you one more thing. Let me go to the Amazon console, and if I go to now EC2 in the search window, this will show me EC2 instances which are created by me. So you will see that there is one instance of EC2 running in the US East Coast, North Virginia region, and that instance is this one. Okay, if you remember, this was the name of the instance, AWS Cloud9. I can actually click it, trial IDE. So this is the name I had given to it. So this is the instance that is running in background. This is the public IP address. So if I actually give this address to you, you will also be able to access this IDE. Okay, maybe you won't be able to run anything, but this is the public IP for this instance. Okay, the instance state is currently running, although I had closed इट थ्रू माई ब्राउजर। मैंने ब्राउजर से उसको बंद कर दिया, लेकिन मेरा EC2 इंस्टेंस जो है वो बैकग्राउंड में अभी तक चालू है। वो कब बंद होगा? इट विल बी क्लोज्ड ऑफ आफ्टर 30 seconds. Okay, every EC2 instance has two IP addresses. One is the public IP address and other one is private IP address. Okay, I can create my virtual private cloud in which I can use those machines for my work, or I can keep it as a public service, or I can release it as a public service as well if I want. Okay, so now let us close this IDE manually. Rather than closing it, I'm just going to delete this particular trial IDE, and I want to just show you that as I delete the Cloud9 IDE, उसका जो background EC2 instance हमने spawn किया था, that also gets deleted. Okay, so just select the card, go to delete option, give the name, write the delete word just to confirm that you want to delete. Now when I'm deleting this, वो जो मैंने file create किया था उस particular instance के अंदर, everything gets wiped off. ये याद रखो, आपका code, आपका work, everything gets wiped off. That is why they said you should use some external backup, you should use some version control system. तो मैं GitHub का यूज करके जो भी मैंने काम किया वो प्रिजर्व करके रख सकता हूँ. Now it is deleting this particular trial IDE, and along with that it will also delete the EC2 instance that in background was spawned up. Okay, so just wait for a second for this trial IDE to get deleted. Now you will ask question, ये remotely cloud पे IDE create करके क्या फायदा होगा? ये फायदा तब होगा जब आपका टीम physically एक जगह पे काम नहीं कर रहा, and you want to have a secure environment. So these providers like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, IBM, these cloud providers, they have their own security mechanism using which you can share your work with only people who you want to share your work with. Okay, as we deleted over there the IDE environment, we'll see that there are no instances remaining over here. Okay, it is a good practice if you are experimenting with the Amazon Web Services. Whenever you create certain instance, or whenever you create or use Amazon service for doing certain experimentation, उसको delete किया जाए before you leave that session. Okay, so that is it for today. So what we saw today is we saw briefly what we are supposed to learn, and this is what you need to read before next session. I'll be putting that in the chat window. Yeah, I'm going to share the recording, no problem.